Concepcion Cordero Herbilla, 74, known to many as Connie or her homegrown name 𝐸𝑞𝑢𝑒, passed away on August 11, 2022. Connie is survived by her husband of 52 years, her pretty rosebud, Lemuel, siblings Franklin, Michael, Shelah, Eddie, and Marilou, many in-laws, nieces, nephews, grandchildren, and cousins that will miss her dearly. She was predeceased by her tatay and nanay, Jose Loquinario Cordero, and Felisa Songcayawon Tabaque Cordero, brother Roland, and her infant daughter, baby Dadisa. Connie was born on December 8, 1947, in the remote highlands of San Remigio, Antique in the Philippines. She gushed about her hometown with its jagged mountains that seemed to touch the sky, rolling hills, lush greenery, always an artist's delight. She remembered her father Jose fondly, dubbing him very unassuming but the most Christian man I know. She greatly admired his grit, a military man in pre-war Philippines that brought him and his brother Alipio to the combat areas of Halu and Tawi-Tawi, all the way to Borneo. A United States Armed Forces in the Far East guerrilla official in World War II, he served as captain, leaving his wife and young kids behind. His later jobs often distanced him from his family, with Connie living with her other relatives and cousins that established her independence and fortitude at a young age. Connie loved talking about her town's storied characters, from the time she first met her classmate Lemuel in Calagitan Elementary School at age 8, the flapping taped mustache of Taydoming Odani at a market play, her Spanish teacher at Antique Academy, her life with her beloved Aunt Nay Saling Tabaque Umaliao, to the exploits of her Casanova mayor grandfather Laureano Tabaque. She said it inspired her to write and dream, and claimed, despite the scandalous and hilarious happenings in the villages, people went about their lives and accepted everyone. No matter where her life took her, Connie always searched for that community and found it in the many friends that surrounded her. Connie got her bachelor's degree at Central Philippines University in Iloilo City. She majored in English literature with a minor in mathematics, a duality that spoke of Connie's creative mind and her numerical intelligence. She was a student who worked part-time and was assigned at the university library in true bibliophile fashion. In her college years, a friendship with Rufina Clemente and Anacleta Barcibal flourished that lasted a lifetime. An active member of the student paper Central Echo, she rose through the ranks as editor-in-chief. In the same organization, she became friends with fellow staffer Noemi Tanchoco, who later on married June Morales and became family by affinity. A romantic at heart and with a tale that could rival West Side Story, she ran off and married the love of her life, Lemuel Elequin Herbilla, on March 13, 1970. She then got her first job teaching college classes at Central Mindanao University in Musuan, Bukidnon. At CMU, she served as department chairperson in the Department of Languages and Literature for several years before she left the country. Connie received her master's degree in literature at Silliman University in Dumaguete, where she published an oral history collection of folk songs, stories, and poetry that brought her and a tape recorder to far-flung outskirts of the region. It is a comprehensive literary pursuit, still referenced in theses and dissertations of local students today. America beckoned in 1984 as she became a doctoral candidate at the University of Arizona in Tucson. She became a tutor for collegiate football players and met her roommate Kyoko, whom she credits with her only cooking legacy to her nieces, baked salmon and chicken with mushroom sauce. In her time there, a Mrs. Putnam took her in, a woman she considered an angel to the very end. Her husband Lemuel was then working in San Diego, California, and would do 8-hour long drives to see her on weekends while listening to their country favorites such as Johnny Cash and Patti Page. Coney also spent a few semesters at Auburn University in Alabama and lived with her in-laws, Victor Jonathan and Cynthia Herbilla. In 1987, she was hired on the spot as a teacher at the Compton Unified School District. She spent most of her 28-year career there as an esteemed educator at Thomas Jefferson Elementary School. Connie also taught English and citizenship classes in adult schools and a community college. She was actually in one of these classes when both the LA riots of 1992 and the 1994 Northridge earthquake happened. Coney is also a published author of a children's book, Gab's Send Off for Grandpa, in 2009, a collaboration she did with an illustrator and former student in Bukidnon. Coney's legendary selflessness, kindness, and compassion are unparalleled. She opened her home, no matter where she was, to friends, family, the mythical Ellis Island for those wanting to start a new life in a new country, or a shelter for struggling students. A fiercely loyal friend, she supported every business and endeavor as if it was her own. Coney also privately supported pastors and workers in the Baptist ministry of San Remigio, a commitment to her and Lemuel's Christian faith and devotion, markedly influenced by her Nanay Piling and her parents-in-law, Victor Camacho Herbilla and Natividad and son Elikin Herbilla, who all attended the same church. She was never one to put on airs or grab the spotlight, so in the background, she dedicated her life to helping others as a woman of many hats, a tax consultant, an immigration advisor, a headhunter, a matchmaker, a saleswoman, a philanthropist, a driver, a writer, a confidant, a mother whenever needed. Coney loved her family deeply. She was a loving sister, cousin, and doting aunt, the famous giver of towels and checks at Christmas, herbal supplements, door-to-door boxes, tummy cuddles, long and caring voicemails, and most importantly, a pure and colossal heart that touched and changed innumerable lives for the better forever.